Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an Aether Revolt draft, the first one on our channel. Apologies for the delay. Things have been a little bit hectic over here at Windmill Slam HQ. I have just moved across the country for a temporary job, so don't worry. Everything's going normally still, though. The game show for this month will be a little bit special, but will also be a little bit late. It'll probably won't be till next week, but I can promise you it'll be very, very cool. Hopefully there'll be more to announce about that soon. But here we are with Aether Revolt. I've done a couple of these sealed events by myself, I've done a couple of pre-releases, and I've done a single draft in paper. So let's see if I can't carry over some of that expertise into Magic Online. Let's see how we do. Okay, so pack 1 here, we have opened a Lightning Runner. So another read of this real quick. It's a 5-mana 2/2 double strike with haste. And it can give you extra combat stats. It's a mythic. I'm not actually that excited about that, honestly. When it attacks, you get 2 energy. I mean, it just trades with 2/3. There's not really a shortage of those in the format either. Siege Modification, I'm not that interested in either. I mean, this pack is kind of crummy, honestly. Aside from this. This is pretty good. It's interesting, at least. I think this actually goes in better in an aggressive deck than this does. Desert's Touch I'm not overly interested in either. Man, I'm really not excited about this pack. I haven't tried the Mythic. Maybe we just try out the Mythic. Let's try out the Mythic. See if it bites us in the ass. Hope of Gearper I'm certainly not interested in. 2-mana 2/2 that can pay for itself is not amazing. How are the red cards in the pack? We got a Gear Smasher, which is pretty good. And we got a Precise Strike. That's for colorless cards. Assuming we want to continue playing this, but I think the best card in the pack pretty clearly is this Airdrop Aeronauts, who I've actually been really impressed with. And I think I'm pretty happy to pick it up here. Revolt is not that easy to trigger, I've found in my experience, but if you can trigger it, 5-mana 4/3 flyer that gains you 5 life is no joke. If you can't, 5-mana 4/3 flyer in and of itself is totally fine. Green-white seems to be the place to be for me so far, honestly, and although Invigorated Rampage is actually insane with Lightning Runner, so I think that's enough reason to take it. I was going to say let's take this Aether Stream Leopard. It's good in a green-white deck, it's good because it makes energy for this, but Invigorated Rampage is great in a red-white aggressive deck, as it's caught in the Brights. And if we'd taken that green card, we would end up taking a Renegade Rallier here, which I've had a little bit of experience with, and I actually quite like, but Caught in the Brights is a better card anyway, and I think we'll be taking it. Maybe we can build a nice... Now, the awkward thing about Caught in the Brights is that their creatures can still crew vehicles, and they can block and attack and everything with those, which is a little bit of a pain, I won't lie. But I am excited to deal 12 with this. That seems really nice. A Threaten is actually not bad in Limited. In an aggressive deck. I actually like them more than most people do, and I think Wrangle's a pretty good one. But 2-drops are 2-drops, and if we're building an aggressive deck with these guys as top end, then 2-drops are going to be what we're looking for. 2-drops and 3-drops. That gold white-red card that when it becomes tapped, target you can't block this turn would be amazing in this deck. None of these cards would be amazing in this deck, though. Ew. Just straight ew. Combat Tricks are pretty good in an aggressive deck, I suppose. I think I might just take this Aether Herder, honestly, and see if we don't end up in green-white. We've got Lifecraft Awakening, or Foil Lifecraft Awakening. You really want to have put this on artifact creatures rather than vehicles, to be honest. I suppose if you put on vehicles, if the vehicle becomes permanently a creature and becomes permanently huge, but I think I want Decommission here, actually. I find it to be pretty good. Scrounging Bandar is also very good. I find that to be a more than serviceable card. Gear or Osprey slots very well into this deck, and we find ourselves seemingly, I've been impressed with Vertitum as well, seemingly in green-white. Anyway. With a slightly less exciting, but slightly more solid pack 1. Pretty well rounded. We've got a removal spell and 2 half removal spells. And we've got some solid creatures. This is fine. This is pretty good, I found. This is solid. This is pretty good. And this is great. So, green-white seem to be flowing. White seem to go pretty late in that pack overall. So, hopefully we've read these signals correctly and have set ourselves up for a solid pack 2. Natural Obsolescence, probably don't want to start 2 of them. so probably start one. One on the decommission seems fine. Decommission hits things like Caught in the Brights, like Thopter Arrest, like gosh, what's the one in Kaladesh? Revoke Privileges. As well as hitting any artifacts. It's actually pretty darn flexible. And at an instant speed, it's pretty nice. Natural Opalescence obviously only hits artifacts, but again, instant speed, destroy target vehicle is no joke. I think we made the right call shifting gears there. Red just wasn't happening, and white's clearly at least fine. Now he's going to open it to Johnny, and then we're golden. In pack 2, we've opened a Call for Unity as a rare. We've also opened a foil rare in this Aether Geode Miner, which is a card I actually like quite a bit. Now, there's some strong cards in this pack. Ironclad Revolutionary I've actually found to be quite good. And Prey Upon's a solid spell in every white deck. But I think I want this Aether Geode Miner. It's a really strong 2-drop, and it's just so annoying for your opponent. If it gets in, it generates huge amounts of energy real fast. You know, I'd play a 2-mana 3-1 in almost any deck anyway, and the fact that you always have the opportunity to blink it, and it's a free way to trigger a Revolt, is really nice. So it's going to be real nice that I airdrop Aeronauts. And if we pick up any other Revolt cards, of which there seem to be quite a few in green and white, so. Okay. Ridgescale Tusker is, I think, just a borderline bomb, honestly. Malphus Revolution is actually also really good. Just a really strong card. Really good with Scrounging Bandar. But these are actually really great in combos as well. But Ridgescale Tusker is no joke. It's a 5-mana 5/5. It pumps your whole team. So I will be taking that. That is a solid pack 1 pick 1. And I'm happy to see it here. This is good. This is good. I imagine one of these will come back. The Malphus Revolutionary. And if no one's in heavy green, it might come back, but I wouldn't bet on it. Here, a couple of options. Audacious Infiltrator, Countless Gears Renegade. Consular Crackdown I'm not too excited about. I think it's going to be the Audacious Infiltrator for me out of these. Implement of Ferocity I've actually been pretty impressed with as well, to be honest. But I think 2-drops are 2-drops. And we'll be taking this one. Silk Weaver Elite is a card I like decently. I like Aether Herder and Aether Inspector. I like the Herder a little better than I like the Inspector. But this 3-drop I'm pretty interested in. It's pretty good with our Aether Geode Miner. Although I just want the Aether Herder. It's just a better card than Silk Weaver Elite. I think it is. There's a lot of good 3-drops in white and green and Kaladesh that I can fill this slot with. Thriving Rhinos and Glint Sleeve Artisans and the like. Ooh, smashing this card would not be a bad idea. Although Scrounging Bandar and Decommission and Gear Osprey and Prey Upon in this pack. So if there was nothing else here, I would happily take this and try to pick up a tune with Aether or a Renegade map or something. But with 10 creatures already in the deck, and I mean Scrounging Bandar is a good one, but nothing here is amazing. I'm going to take this Prey Upon. Try to fight something. Here we have got not a whole lot in any color, really. I guess Ravenous Intruder is fine. Lifecraft Awakening, maybe, if we get a... I don't know, I have no artifact creatures except for this and some random servos, and I have no vehicles, so I'm not too excited about that. I'm not excited about a third Natural Obsolescence either, so... None of these things are particularly interesting to me. Malphus Revolutionary came back. Holy. I'm happy to see that, and I will play that. That is awesome. It's a 3-mana 3/3 Trample. Sold. I mean, 3-mana 3/3 sold. 3-mana 3/3 Trample, good. 3-mana 3/3 Trample that pumps things and like throws counters around. Very happy with that. Also gives me energy if that comes up too, you know. Wouldn't mind the Lifecraft Cavalry, but we have better 5-drops already, so. Another Audacious Infiltrator. I might not play all of these, but I'll probably play some of them. Same for these. I might not play all of these, but I'll certainly play some of them. We're doing a single elimination draft league, so this could be a very short video. There's a chance that it is, and if it is, I'm very sorry. But that's the nature of the format. Hopefully we get at least 2 rounds out. Our deck seems pretty good so far, so we shouldn't scrub out. Ooh, awesome. Silk Weaver really came back. Happy to see that. Happy to play that. It's just a 3-drop, really, and we're kind of lacking in those at the moment, so I'm pretty happy with that. Our creature base is pretty solid as is, honestly. We probably don't need the Verdant Automaton. As good as it is with this and stuff. I don't think we need it. We have a lot of better, just straight up better cards in here. So we're looking for splashy 3 and 4 drops, and we're looking for removal and things like that in this pack. Obviously any bombs that we open, if we open an Aether Storm Rock or whatever, well, we have to put it in because it's a preview card, but we'll just also put it in because it's great. Same with the Long Tusk Cub. Like, I know it's a 2-drop and we're a little loaded on those, but it's so good that I'm probably just not passing it. Hunt the Weak I wouldn't mind in this deck, actually would be good as well. Ooh. Fairgrounds Trumpeter seems really good. Like, really good. Thriving Runner seems like really good as well, but Fairgrounds Trumpeter seems super sweet. With this and this and this, I am well into this. Now, Thriving Rhino will go super well with it, but get in there. If we wheel that aerial maneuver, I will be taking it because... oh boy, look at this pack. Amazing, amazing. I mean, the Aerial Responder is obviously the obvious pick here. It's so good with Scrounging Mandar, so good with this, so good with Prey Upon, and this guy's actually a little tiny bit underwhelming. Oh, we might get back to Herald of the Fair. Hopefully, we get back to the Decoction module. I would love that. Sorry, I thought this was a Fabrication module. Decoction module I'm not interested in. Fabrication module is the one I'm interested in. But Aerial Responder is also the one I'm interested in. The 3-mana 2/3 Flying Vigilance Life Leak. Life Link. The card they just couldn't stop tacking abilities onto. Now, do we want a Durable Handicraft? Is this a good deck for Durable Handicraft? I believe it is. It's quite good with this. Very good with this. A lot of cheap creatures make Durable Handicraft very good. Propeller Pioneer is just a 4-drop, like it's solid. I think I actually want Durable Handicraft in this deck. I think I like this card more than most do. Specifically in Sealed, I like it quite a bit, but I think if there were a draft deck to play it, I think it would be a little bit like this. Wow, Chief of the Foundry is very late to be still here. I suppose I'll pick it up. I mean, it's either that or a Repairing Tiger, and I've got two pretty solid 5-drops here anyway. It's a 3-drop, which we're not really wanting for now, but in terms of artifact creatures, you know, these make servos, pardon me, these make servos. It's not nothing. I guess I'll take it. Pima Outriders are a rock solid 4-drop. We are definitely in the right colors, ladies and gentlemen. Building just a massively dense green-white creatures deck with a couple of pieces removed. I actually wouldn't mind, at this point, like an Ornamental Courage would be great. Just like a little combat trick. I know we saw an Inspired Charge go by just ever. I'm not passing a Pima Outrider. Especially now that we have Chief of the Foundry. High Spire Artisan. Probably the pick, but I'm not that interested in it. Don't need this. We have enough things to deal with that kind of stuff. Glintsleeve Artisan I love, and I'll be picking it up now that we have Chief of the Foundry. But it's also good with Fairgrounds Trumpeter. Now that means you probably don't need Big Gear per Osprey. Built to Last is ideal here, actually. I would love this card right now. I would love another Glintsleeve Artisan, of course, but Built to Last is an effect that our deck's kind of in need of. We have all these nice creatures, we need to be able to push them through. Acrobatic Maneuver is now really good with some of our Fabricate cards. It's amazing with this. It's going to be great with this. I think my deck might actually want Pressure Point more than it wants Herald of the Fair. Although Herald of the Fair is probably better than, you know. Like, these are going to be just these a good percentage of the time with things like this and all that. And all the servos they make are much better for this. I think I might lose a Countless Gears, or an Audacious Infiltrator, actually. As much as I would like the 3-1, I think trimming down that curve a little bit like that is probably beneficial. The Aether Hunters are solid creatures that make servos, which are good for Chief of the Foundry. I'm really happy with the way this deck turned out, honestly. Acrobatic Maneuver on either of our 5-drops is a huge game. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Giant Spectacle obviously not interested in, and this island is whatever. One of my favourite things about leagues, obviously they reduce the wait time between rounds, but they also reduce the wait time with deck building. For example, I can just go boom, anything like that seems fine. We have double white there, and double green there, but a little heavier than white. And just save deck, and then we are off the races by clicking play. I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, the most questionable thing in here is probably durable handicraft. But I need that kind of late game inevitability in case our opponent manages to stall out. It's also great with things like this and stuff. And because the majority of our deck is quite cheap, once we get to 4 or 5 lands, anything we cast, you can pretty much have come in with a +1/+1 counter, which is great for things like this and things like this. So let's see how it goes. We have found our first willing opponent in Goozy C. And we found our first keepable hand in these 7. Now, no green, but turn 3 aerial responder, which buys us, provided it survives, quite a lot of time. And if it doesn't, it buys us a premium removal spell, so that's not that bad either. And if it dies at instant speed, we might even be able to draw a card off of it. Nice 2/1. Be putting down a Vigilant 2/3 soon, so it's not going to get in much longer. Now, if he can proliferate something here, oof, that's pretty good. He can give himself an extra energy. That's quite nice. We'd love some green mana at some stage. We're getting a lot of white mana. I don't need that much white mana. Please survive. Please don't get haunted by the weak. Hey, yes. You're in the clear for the moment, anyway. Oh. Can block all creatures with flying. This has flying, though. Boo. Oh boy. Now. Fortunately, I don't get to decommission this any time that is useful. I can flicker it though, which is quite nice. Eat this. It's pretty good. Aha! The old-fashioned use of acrobatic maneuver. No revolt required. No, what? He's just countering it? Ah, boo. That's a disaster, frankly. We don't draw the card or anything. That was a savage beating. Our opponent goes up to 1,000,000 energy. And we kind of flat out real badly. Don't know that we can win this anymore. I guess Caught in the Bright's followed by a forest is a way we can fight this down. But I suppose the forest also gives us reach, which is something. Oh, this thing. Oh boy, trample's a problem too. Man, oh man. Oh, gotta not die. So that's not ideal. Oh, that's too little too late. We got positively stomped that game. So with so few ways to deal with flyers, I think Scotch Whale Harrier is probably a necessary evil against that stupid whale. And decommission is still good against his enchantments. Didn't see any targets for natural obsolescence, so I'm going to actually bring that out. Didn't see any normal artifacts. Let's see if we can't fare a little bit better. This is a great hand. Great hand. Gonna play this as a 2-mana 2/2, which is not amazing, but it's fine. And currently no ways to trigger our Fairgrounds Trumpeter, but we got 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop removal spells, so, and 3 lands of both colors, so it's kind of hard to mulligan a hand that looks like that. Even if it does just go 2-2, 2-2, 3-3. Yep. Would love a way to put on counters now. Oh boy, that's scary. Really would quite enjoy now that 5-drop that puts counters and everything. That would be very sweet. Very, very sweet. Oof. Ain't double blocking, I'm afraid. Oh, come on, really? Opponent just never didn't have it, huh? I thought about prey upon the druid off my 3/3, but I figured I could save it for something better. I never thought my opponent would have blossoming defenses there. Oh my god. We're getting railed here. This match has not gone well for us, I won't lie. I have to do this now, I think. This may be a short video where you just watch me get stomped, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Need help badly. Choba Handicraft is not it. At least not for the moment. Desperately need help here. Oh my god. Move a spell and we're dead. Jesus. Yeah, we're basically dead now anyway. Unless we draw something insane. Because we go to 1. Nope. Today was not our day, ladies and gentlemen. We got absolutely thrashed with what I thought was a sweet deck. So, thank you for joining me, I guess. Apologies for the incredibly disappointing video. I'm as disappointed as you are, and hopefully we'll be back on schedule. Hopefully you'll enjoy our super sweet game show coming out next week. Yeah, that was awful. That was unabashedly terrible, and I'm sorry that we got so hammered. But I think we were pretty powerless there. I thought we drafted a super great deck, and the cards just weren't there, I guess. Well, see you next time.